Hi, it's Luis Maconza da Silva from Iboga HealingExperience.com. Just wanted to have the opportunity to talk to you about what is the recipe for a good Iboga healing experience. Well, there's three things: truth, intent, and action. Well, which one's more important? Well, they're all important. First, it starts with your truth. First of all, why are you coming to an Iboga healing experience? Secondly, what is the issue? And having truth is admitting that, first of all, that there's a problem or there's a reason. We've all heard the term, acknowledging the problem is half of the solution. And I agree with that. You have to know what your issue is before you come to an experience. So my truth was that I had PTSD and major depression. Is it hard to admit? Yeah. Is it hard to live with? Most definitely. But I knew I had an issue. So I made the choice, because of my truth, to have an Iboga healing experience. So the second thing is intent. What is my intentions with the plant medicine of Iboga and having an Iboga healing experience? Well, I didn't know what I was getting myself into. So, but I had faith and I knew my truth, and I knew living the way I was living, it wasn't going to be good. So my intention with the plant medicine of Iboga and my Iboga healing experience, I decided with my truth to have a ceremony with an Iboga healing experience. And I got truth within my intentions, within my ceremony. And I found out my truth. Even though I didn't know a lot of my truth came out within my ceremony because I allowed my true intentions to come through and allow the medicine to actually work. Because when we go through a ceremony, we don't necessarily know what's going to happen, do we? We may think we are, we may think we have control, but we truly don't. This is a ceremony that, it's like an onion, removing layers one at a time. And we deal with one thing at a time through our past, and we may go back pretty far. But the allowing and having the true intentions allows the true plant medicine to work, for an Iboga healing experience to actually work. So we come out of our Iboga healing experience, and now we have the final thing is action. Because we have our truth, we understand what went wrong and our participation within it, and now we have action. So in my case, I went home and I had to make some changes, big changes. The people I was hanging around with, not good. The people who I thought were close to me, who I thought loved me, truly did not. And that's hard to deal with. But knowing that if I continued to do that, I was going to get the same outcome, it made life a lot easier. Because knowing the truth through my Iboga healing experience showed me that those actions weren't really good. I kept putting faith in others, putting my life into other people's hands, when the truth is I had to start taking charge of my own life. So I did. And when I came back, I quit my job. I got rid of a lot of friends. I started enjoying things though, because when I removed all those people out of my life, all of a sudden I had time for me. And I count. And I never counted before. I never allowed myself to be important. But now I was important. And knowing my truth through the Iboga healing experience allowed me to say no. And most people don't know how to say no. But knowing your truth empowers you. And now that you're empowered, you have the ability, the confidence to move forward. And we do. And it took some time. It took me a little bit of time. I'm not going to say everything's a magic pill, because it's not. But it comes first with truth, your intention, and then your action. and your action with your truth, and then your intention will follow you, because it doesn't end with a ceremony. It only begins, because your new life begins, and not being depressed or having psychotic thoughts or wanting to end my own life. If that was gone, I just wanted to live. I wanted to go out in nature. I wanted to go in the parks. I wanted to have some fun. I wanted to laugh with my kids. You know, it had been a long time since I laughed with my kids, but it came back. And, you know, there's adjustment periods, because your kids have been, my kids were so used to me being down. My family was so used to me being down that they didn't even know how to deal with me. So it's reprogramming that. Everything we do, we have to reprogram, because we've been living a certain way. And that's the action role, because you're in control now. You have the ability to change everything. If you want a bad life, that's your choice. For me, no. I've always wanted a good life. And that was my truth. That was my intention. And with the Iboga healing experience, it aided me, because the ceremony is a huge part, but it gives you the truth. But then you're empowered to do whatever you choose. So if you would like to have more information on Iboga healing experience, please contact me, Makonza, at ibogahealingexperience.com.